Welcome back to Let's Play Elsinore. I'm Michael,
I'm Cameron.
and this episode begins in the same way every episode begins.
I'm tired of Claudius.
Well, last time we found out the ghost is around. The ghost talked to us, Hamlet's father's ghost, and it told us to come talk to it on the first night. So that's going to be our first order of business in this episode. But first, I just wanted to see if there's anything interesting that I could say to Polonius now, and there really wasn't.
That's interesting. Yeah, so there's a first night. There's a Knight's Tale. There's of course a Black Knight. There is a Midsummer Night's Dream. You know, a lot of different ways for this game to go. But do we know where to talk to the
Yes,
ghost?
it said meet him on the ramparts.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's where, you know what? I bet you don't know this, Michael, but that's where the guards at the beginning of Hamlet, that's where they hear the ghost.
Oh, that's fascinating. It's an interesting little bit of, little nod to Shakespeare there.
Yeah, it's almost like, I mean, I
this
don't
is
know
also
these
where
developers.
we're missing some important information. Queen Astrid basically got kicked out of her own castle because Hamlet's grandfather took a lover named Lady Simona.
Dang. Wait, she just dumped this on us as we were walking
Yeah,
by?
we asked.
Oh, okay. But still, kind of. Hey, what about her? Well, let me tell you. Let me give you this deep dish details here. Cool. And so we need to meet him tonight. Okay, cool.
And we've been learning more slightly about Brit. So let's see what Gertrude thinks about Brit.
I think Brit's the murderer. That's just my statement. That's a statement. I believe she's the murderer.
Well, we'll find out soon enough. Oh, also, this is great. Brit is from Norway, so she's here, right, sort of as an exchange student. Not really. But anyway, we find out that Gertrude's been hiding letters from Brit's family.
Why?
Because she thinks Brit needs to straighten up and fly right, essentially.
Jeez. That's bad. I think I don't want to, disparage anyone from the fictional world of Hamlet, but I think there might be a lot of just textbook abuse going on in this world. These people are bad to one another.
Yeah, no, it's not great. Also, I should say, this episode is going to get weird, in some ways. So, buckle in.
Okay, so things we need to know. We got to talk to the ghost. I'm just, recounting for myself and for the audience. Ghost. Stolen loot. That's all I can think. Who killed me?
Those are the big three right now. And we're going to focus on the ghost.
Okay. I mean, of course, stolen loot is equally as important as both of those other things, to me, personally. I didn't even know that's where the walls were. Why are we zoomed out so far?
That's the way the camera moves when you get up on these walls.
Weird.
Indeed.
Indeed, I summoned you here. I like that he talks in italics. Are you also in a time loop, ghost? Interesting. Okay. So we've got to manipulate the world to get them to talk to each other?
Yes.
Why can't he just go into her room and appear?
I don't know. Is a good way to put that.
Do your own shit, Ghost. You're in a
I
time loop
mean,
too, dude.
if it were that simple, I guess the ghost could just also kill Claudius on his own. But I don't.
That's true. That's true. Maybe I'm asking too much of the recently deceased.
I cannot.
Oh, so he's like partially memory wiped, I guess, too, right?
So he has some notes that he left with Polonius that he wants us to find.
I'm calling it now, too. The Ghost of Shodan.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Manipulating everything from behind the scenes.
By the way, it wouldn't do, since we found out what King Hamlet did to our mom last time. When she got the plague, he like sent her away.
I like that you walked away and you're like, no, I'm going back to that ghost.
Yeah.
I gotta talk to that ghost some more. Call him out. Ghosts are, as we all know from Dungeons and Dragons, ghosts are immune to call-in and are they receive double damage from call-outs. Dang. Who would have known that ghosts are in fact super vulnerable to shame? Jeez, wow. Why even bring it up?
I love the idea of saying that to a ghost. Your apology means nothing now that you're dead.
Well, you gotta kind of wonder, why is my mom not a ghost?
Yeah, well,
You know?
she, I guess, I don't know, didn't have the misfortune of being stuck in a time loop that turns you into a ghost, I guess.
Well, think about it this way. She might be a ghost, just in that sanitarium.
That is worse. So let's ask him about being in a time loop.
Yes.
Yes, have you ever seen the film Groundhog Day?
So you see, he's moved on from, like, you know, he's bored now, right? This is what it's like being a ghost in a time loop, is just perpetual boredom.
Yeah, it's gotta be bad. You can't even do all that fun stuff, like stealing that big truck and driving it into the open pit mine. Dang, being a ghost in this time period, no good.
Not even a truck to imagine stealing.
No, and you can't possess technology like in Ghostbusters. You can't like make manhole covers fly off, and you can't turn into a giant stone. I guess you could turn into a stone creature. You can't possess the Statue of Liberty though. I like that you can just keep going.
I know.
with this ghost.
He will disappear at dawn, so I'm just trying to tell him all of the stuff that he might have something interesting to say about.
He's like, I have to go, and you're like, wait, one
check
more
my
second.
notebook.
Hold on. I got my notebook out. Give me a minute. I must leave at dawn.
And then here's where he's like, it's fine. Yeah.
Gerda.
This is he basically he doesn't blame Gertrude for cheating on him because he feels like she deserves happiness that he was never going to give her. And he takes their difficult marriage as kind of the proof of that.
It is interesting how this game is threading the needle of I don't know, the original, like the kind of constellation or the universe of the original play, and then obviously turning it into a video game, which is its own form of adaptation, but then like stapling in all of this like fan production or like additional information.
Well, these are things
weaving in basically fan
and
fiction.
these are questions that like a particular production of Hamlet may think, right? Like this is the practice of like directors and actors. It would be like, well, what does Gertrude think? Why does she act the way she does? And the actor playing Gertrude might decide, oh, I was definitely sleeping with Claudius before he killed Hamlet, but I didn't know about it. and the reason I was sleeping with him is because old Hamlet was kind of a jackass, right? These are sort of like common broad strokes ways of characterizing these people. And what this game does is it takes these and it makes them these, and I've said this before, right? Kind of novelistic backstory. And then this is about the queen.
Well, I kind of wonder too, though, because I think you're right that similar choices are being made and similar kind of information is being filled in that would happen in a production. But there's something about the way that the game needs this like big clockwork world, where like the quality of how that is asserted is different to me. The kind of common acting advice or trope, right, is that every character needs to have a secret, and they're walking around and they've got a secret and they're thinking about it. And in a video game, right, like the secret, if you're an actor staging this, would you could make a choice about like this is what Gertrude believes in her heart, and no one would ever know that. But in the game, like everything, especially a game that's so reliant on conversation, right, like everything has to be asserted as a piece of information of the world. So it's interesting to me, like how this obviously is borrowing from those practices, but then having to build on them because of the medium of the video game.
Right, precisely. And that's just sort of the reason I brought up the staging and acting angle is because as someone who works on video games and theater, right, it is interesting to me to see how these things grow into one another.
Yeah. So we couldn't unlock the door.
Yeah.
When
Nope, he would not let us.
Bernardo has summoned you. Oh, because we could accuse her of murdering
yes.
you, huh? Do it.
Remember how he
recorded
said he
this
wanted
weeks
to
ago?
talk with her? We're gonna try doing that.
There's a ghost tweeting at you. What? Is there a ghost dog? Wait, what is that? Is that a dog
it is a
bed
little
down
dog
there?
bed.
Does she have a ghost dog? Queen Gertrude believes that there are, quote, rumors of a ghost.
After I just walked into her bedroom and was like, hey, guess what? Just talk to a ghost.
Yeah, there is a ghost here. I think there might be rumors of a ghost.
So she's going to go despair. Let's that was a thing that could have happened last time after Hamlet died. We got the note that Ophelia learns of a future event where Queen Gertrude despairs. But right now we want the ghost and Gertrude to have a chat.
So she's following you, presumably?
No, we're just waiting because we're gonna beat her there.
Oh, I see. I see. Who was that yelling off screen just now?
It was Rosencrantz and Guildenstern yelling at each other.
God. Are we gonna have like a whole episode dedicated to whatever the hell they're getting up
yes,
to?
that's the plan.
I cannot live for this.
So this is her response to us telling her that there is a ghost.
What? Now, look, I'm just looking at the staging here. I'm no, I don't have a PhD in theater, but I can read an image or two. And she's not standing where the feet go. She's standing where the arms go.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
My lady.
Ophelia.
In all of these like really dark situations, I want there to be a comedy option of being like Ophelia like crouches down and becomes invisible like she does all the time. It's like, boo, Queen Gertrude.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. All right. Ghost husband. Hashtag ghost husband. It's my new
But it
TV
appears
show.
that she can't see him, which is a thing from the play.
What?
The ghost shows up in Act 3 in Gertrude's bedroom, and she can't see him.
What? Why the heck not? Ooh, creature, no!
Yep.
Damn.
Not
Damn.
exactly what we or the ghost wanted to happen, I think.
I don't know if the ghost.
Well, the
wanted
ghost
that.
actually doesn't care. It's like the
Yeah, he's like, whatever. Jeez, 1,000 times you've seen this? Crap. Okay. Well, so that's I know I asked you this very much earlier, like probably in the first episode, but are we gearing to? We're just trying not to get murdered, right? We're not really gearing toward like making the play happen
no.
correctly, right?
Really, like at this stage in the game, your goal is to figure out who keeps murdering you and to stop that from happening. But sort of on the way, after you've done that, then the game state changes a little. And I don't want to spoil too much of that. But part of what happens in these videos here before I've solved the case of the murderer is getting information that will allow me to do other things later.
Oh, I see. So once you solve the murderer thing, the game's not over. Oh, that's interesting.
That's sort of phase 1.
That's phase 1?
Yes.
Then you have to, of course, level up to level 60 and then open the gates to Entourage.
And then, eventually Ophelia gets a mount and...
Well, level 40. It makes those last 20 levels just blitz by.
My lord.
Okay, that's interesting. What's going on here?
Please.
No.
There's nothing I need.
No.
Yeah, this playthrough is going to be, as I said at the beginning, things get weird. This playthrough is going to be the one that just sort of goes the furthest from Hamlet the play that we have gone thus far.
Gertrude.
Yeah, because all these people are now reacting to something that's like not even remotely happening in the play. And they've still got 2 days to like do whatever.
And now
they
we
wanna
find
do.
out that old Hamlet, was a jackass even when he was a kid. He was constantly beating up Claudius. And also Gertrude.
What if being a huge jackass is like a genetic Hamlet trait?
I mean, that honestly fits the reading. It fits most readings of the play. And this is textually in the play, right? Old Hamlet was very much like sort of the traditional, like, say, Marxist reading of Hamlet, right? Is about like the demise of old style, like warrior king virtue, represented, like medieval stuff represented by old Hamlet, and then sort of Claudius as a new type of ruler who is more about realpolitik and sort of playing a propaganda game.
I love that you like showed up and you're like, I don't need anything. You're just like, cool, let me get back to my monologue. And then spoke for a full 4 minutes, and now he's back like, all right.
And now he's like the king, this like guy in his 40s is asking us to like sit by his bedside while he goes to sleep.
He's asking like, it sounds like he's asking for a bit of a cuddle. I don't know. Wow, this is what video games are for. This choice. Ken Levine is, rolling around on the floor, unhappy that he didn't think of this.
So so here we are. We are going to start romancing Claudius.
Oh no. What?
Claudius.
I don't care for it. Personally.
It's interesting how some of these like basically how by going really out of character from like the parameters that get set up in the play, or rather like by sort of taking them too far, or like I guess the way I would put this, right, is that once the plot structure of Hamlet is gone, it's just sort of anyone's guess, like what is going on and who these people even are anymore. And so we end up in this strange situation where you can just romance Claudius.
Yeah, in some ways, what's interesting about that to me is that like I think I would really enjoy a game that is this exact
Ophelia?
format. Time loop and mystery and all this stuff, but it had nothing to do with Hamlet. And the reason for that is like I feel like at every step, and this might be different when if I were just playing the game organically and experiencing it, but I bought this game I think the day it came out, and I have never played it. And part of the reason is like I really felt like I needed to know a lot about Hamlet and kind of be invested in that, and I am not, in just a basic way. But I think if you told me like time loop procedural mystery solving game, I think I would be way more into that in just a generic sense, right? So it's interesting that like, because I guess what is good about this Let's Play and what I really appreciated about it is you're able to talk me through all of these kind of nuances, but I feel like I would have I would be getting 10% out of this game when I'm getting currently. Whereas like if this were all original characters and narrative, right, I would be starting at the same position as anyone else.
True.
Let's go.
Oh, so is this Cygnus guy? Is he an OC?
Yeah, I mean he's a guard, right? There are various
Just a dude.
characters standing around the castle who are like servants and guards.
Gotcha. I like this painting. I like this mural. Breeches boy. Hashtag huge diaper dad.
My lady.
A goblet? Would you like
My
a goblet?
wife died yesterday.
You know what a man whose wife died would enjoy? A big goblet of wine with his stepson's girlfriend, sort of. On and off
Yep.
again.
And it's going to get even weirder.
Would you like to take on the fantastical structural position in my psyche of my dead wife? I too hate being cold.
Now then.
Yeah, let's go drink in my dead wife's room.
Yep. Would you like to read my dead wife's diary? Oh, ho, ho.
And what's the other thing that's interesting about this, right, is that these are Hamlet concerns, right? One of Hamlet's concerns at the beginning of the play is that his mother got over his father's death far too quickly, right? There was something strange about that. And here we see that kind of reproduced or like mirrored in this other way that is more like almost gamey meta commentary, right? Because we have a specific set of, or like we have a specific amount of time and we have like a limited amount of space in which to move the plot. Characters stop acting like people and start acting like things that are moving a plot.
Yeah, and there's also, I mean, what's kind of weird about it, right, is that we, I think we talked about this in the first episode, we don't follow Hamlet this whole time, right? And so we don't get all the development that happens in that. A lot of what you just said is, psychological concern that Hamlet has. And so we don't get that. And so what's weird to me is that's like exploded into the universe of this play. Like someone's got to be concerned about relationship status after people are dead. So I guess Ophelia and King Claudius are going to live that out instead of, Hamlet in a monologue or whatever.
So here we learn that he just loved Gertrude too much to ever love anyone else.
I definitely won't make some weird move on you. Because I love my dead wife. I'm really a dead wife guy.
That's the episode title.
I mean, that is kind of what's going on here, right? He's like this like ultra
And
life
here,
guy. Enter a sexual relationship.
sure, why not?
He can't love a woman as much as he loved Gertrude, but he can have sex with a woman. And no issues, no problems there. I'm sorry, Ophelia. What is that? What is that line?
So I think I've said this in a previous episode, maybe, but there are 13 endings to this game, and like straight up, one of them is like just becoming like Claudius's like power queen or whatever.
I mean, okay, I guess.
Ophelia and King Claudius now believe. But this was all done so I could get this, because this is going to be an interesting piece of information.
Oh, some sort of poison? Ophelia, are you in my poison collection again?
This literally goes into our notebook as like the king's poison cache.
You're free to go, of course, if you would like to. I'm definitely not keeping you here under imprisonment. I love my wife, you know. She's dead. Did I tell you about that? Oh, wait, you were there with that ghost? Interesting. So what are we doing now?
I wish I could remember.
Why are we talking to Lady Britt? So I guess this is a good question for you. When you were playing this, were you just like, what did I do?
Yeah, I sort of like painted myself into a corner here because I didn't really quite expect this to go this way.
Brit.
I was just kind of like, oh, okay, let's see what happens. So let's learn more about Britt. She knows a little bit about the history.
So there seems to be a kind of a plot line here of like learning more about your mother.
And sort of the history of the castle and so on. Because here we're talking about, apparently our dad is the biggest Queen Astrid expert.
I mean, I guess I get it. A lot of wife guys.
Well, a lot of guys who are concerned about other people's wives.
That's true. That really does sum up a huge amount of this so far.
I miss her.
And he's just telling us the same stuff he already told us, unfortunately.
Yeah. I go there every day. Every day, Ophelia. That's Polonius. Every day I go see the grave.
That's a really good Polonius voice, in my opinion.
Where's Hamlet? Oh, he's in the graveyard. I didn't know what that oval was.
Hamlet's just in the oval,
There should be an octagon. There should be like a whole fight subsystem in there.
I was hoping I would be able to say something to him about his dead mother, but he is so upset that I can't even talk to him. I can't even tell him, like, by the way, I'm sleeping with Claudius now.
Yeah.
Let's see what Horatio has to say. See, I was hoping that he would have something more to say about, well, he'd talk about Britt.
Listen.
Yeah, God, you just have so much information that you can, like, ask people about at this point.
They're asking, what's Britt's problem?
We're equally depressed.
She's a good artist, but she's been disallowed from painting, so she's not allowed to paint, and also Gertrude has been hiding all of her mail.
Yeah. This is bad. Why is everyone
Her
bullying
father
her?
confiscated all of her painting supplies.
Good God. And she was like, I'm leaving Norway. I'm coming here.
Oh, but Horatio has some ideas about how we might, make some painting supplies for Britt.
Some sort of fetch quest is what you're telling me. Alas, I knew him, Horatio. What's this dog doing?
It's just being a dog.
Game full of wife guys. Not a single dog guy in sight.
Let's talk to Quince.
Quince.
No. Go back and don't choose not. Go back in your own time loop, Michael, and choose not to speak to Quince.
So our mother was friends with the queen and the lady.
My lady.
Jeez, Quince, what a... People really have like two modes in this universe. You're either a huge jackass or you're like unbelievably saccharine. Strong character types. What's going on in the octagon up there? Oh, well. It's blue.
I was going to say, yeah, something's happening up there, but instead I've decided to go talk to Claudius. Because I could start on the fetch quest for Brit's painting supplies, but I honestly don't have enough time.
Yeah, so since you know about that quest, you can just do it, as soon as a new loop starts.
I can start gathering materials, but I'll always have to talk to Horatio about it because he's the one who gives the quest.
Gotcha. So you have to kind of receive the quest.
Well, you can get all of the materials and then talk to him, and then you can just be like, "Here's all the stuff you were going to need."
I was running around with all these eggs, and I just thought, hey, who needs these, I think? My buddy Horatio.
And Claudius is breaking up with us.
Jeez. He moves fast, just across the board.
He's taking it really hard.
Yeah. You gotta give him 24 hours.
And now we're going to go see what's happening in the graveyard.
Alright, let's see what he's up to. Hey, Hamlet. By virtue of the transitive property of being a mom, I'm your mom now.
We're going to tell him about the poison cache.
That makes a lot of sense. That cannot come to pass. I think it already did, bud. Oh. I like that he said that. Okay, good. He's running away. He said that and just turned back around. Like, I've got to finish my morning first. Give me a bit.
And so now we're going to see if we can witness Hamlet finding the poison cache.
Are we going to do it? There he is. Oh, stealth mode.
Because here's the thing. We already took it.
Wow.
Oops.
So you got to tell him that next time before you take it. You couldn't just be like, here it is. It's in my hand. I found it there.
That's why I followed him, because I was like, didn't I take that poison? What's he going to do?
Oh. Uh-oh. Wicker Man over here.
Well.
Oh, clip through the wall, too.
Death
Jeez.
beyond death.
All right. Well.
That does it for this loop, basically. This is Ophelia reminding us that we need to be trying to stop that assassin.
Hey, you need to play the game.
And we'll get back to that. That'll be kind of our main plot for the next couple of episodes.
What?
Okay. Well, we'll see that when it happens.
We gotta tell Hamlet off. And we will talk to you next time on the next episode of Let's Play Elsinore.
Goodbye.